Right now I'm on the campus of Drexel University, and it's in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, right next door to the University of Pennsylvania. And I'm here in the Student Center, where it's pretty well deserted right now. This is the morning, but I've had a similar experience at most of the other campuses I've visited, no matter what time of day or night. Many of the student spaces are pretty well empty, and it wasn't until I was talking to a tour guide at Ursinus College, which is about 35-40 minutes north of Philadelphia, and she was saying, yeah, this is the way it usually is. The student center is not very busy. And she was quick to add that the reason for that is that students are connecting in different ways, that they're connecting on Facebook. And they are certainly communicating by text also, but they're not having to physically meet in a particular place in order to make arrangements for what kind of social stuff they're going to do. And I was telling her about my own experience in college, how if we wanted to connect with other students, we didn't even have land phone lines in our rooms. We had to physically go to another student's room and leave a note on the whiteboard outside, say, meet me at such and such a place at such and such a time. So the student centers have taken on a very different role in student life, and it'll be interesting to see over the next few years even what happens to these spaces, because they're not being used as intensively as they once were, simply because students are communicating in a different way. And this is important really for parents to remember, especially because they may walk into these student common spaces and think, where are all the people? Why aren't they congregating? Well, remind ourselves that that's how we communicate with our own students, and that's the way our students are connecting with each other. So it's not necessarily indicative of the college. It's indicative of the way in which we have radically transformed the communications among people. It's going to have an impact on campus.